right, you're welcome back. It's still the Daybreak Show on Rock City 101.9 FM. It's time for Citizens Forum. I'm Tobi Joseph.
And I am Aghemerio Oaikhenan.
All right, this morning we'll be looking at the furore that the reordering of the election sequence has generated in recent times. Many Nigerians, eminent personalities, politicians, and of course, those who are active players in the polity have beard their minds as regards the move by the National Assembly to reorder the election sequence. As INEC did earlier last year, or late last year, the order of elections approved by INEC was that the presidential and National Assembly elections will come first before the governorship and state assembly elections. But the National Assembly tinkered with the electoral law and in extension amended and altered the sequence of elections in the country, making the National Assembly elections come first, then followed by the gubernatorial election and the state assembly election, and then the presidential election, which usually comes first, will now hold last. We'll discuss all these issues, but there are so many ripples this is creating. As it stands, the AGF, the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, has gone to court to also respond to the suit filed by the Accord Party to actually stall this reordering. The presidential veto, notwithstanding, which means that the president has refused assent to that bill. The National Assembly are hoping that they could override Mr. President's veto, that is, if they can summon the necessary two-thirds majority they need in both chambers of the National Assembly. There are some groups who are loyal to the president who are saying that no, we'll fight this to the end, we'll make sure this does not hold. But on the other side are those who believe that this is nothing requiring all this back and forth movements of back and forth bickering or going to court, because this is exactly what we need. This is what our democracy needs, because people will have to be held accountable by what they do in office and how they have been able to impact positively on the life of their constituents, those who actually voted them into power. People will be judged by their performance. What are the projects that they facilitated to their constituency? These are those who are saying that this is the best bill that the National Assembly have ever come up with in recent time, trying to make sure that there is sanity. People will only vote for individuals and not party. And there won't be this kind of bandwagon effect whereby the party or the presidential candidates will rub off either positively or negatively on the lawmakers in their own National Assembly elections or maybe the governorship elections. But is that truly so? Is it a myth? Aghemerio. Some people say, well, many of this present crop of lawmakers in the National Assembly now, the 8th Assembly, got there because of the popularity and the bandwagon effect of change mantra, symbolized by President Muhammad Buhari in the 2015 election.
Or there's always a back to ride on, actually. So if the road on that back, well, all well and good. But if you're talking about this reverse now or a change in the order, okay, Nigerians will still have to decide what they want and what they do not want. And that's what we're looking forward to in the year 2019. But before 2019, we need to look at issues, and that's what we're looking at this morning. Because of our time, let's quickly hit on this so that we can, try and open up on this a bit, and then we will all be informed and get ourselves prepared for the year 2019.
Yes, actually, our guest couldn't make it down to the studio. Had an emergency, but of course we'll try to see if we can make it sometimes in the nearest future. But we won't miss a thing. We'll be joined very soon via phone by public affairs analyst, of course, a politician himself, but a social commentator in his own right. We just got a short break, and we'll try to establish connection with Bolaji Adeniji. Stay with us. Yes, I also see a rising of the sun. Hopefully, the 2019 elections will bring that. Well, we are now being joined by Bolaji Adeniji. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you, Mr. Moderator.
All right.
Good morning.
Good morning. A lot has been said about the sequence of elections and the reordering or the alterations and amendment made by the National Assembly in the Electoral Act. Uh, Without going to the legal implications of this, do you think the National Assembly have the powers to carry out the functions of INEC?
Well, I think the the issue with regards to the powers of the National Assembly to alter that sequence is both constitutional and at the same time legal, because the Electoral Act is an act of Parliament, while the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria supersedes the Electoral Act. And therefore, while INEC has and reserves the power to determine the sequence of elections, the National Assembly, in its own way, also believes it reserves the right to determine how election sequence can be done, not fixing dates and timings of election, which is the exclusive result of INEC, but the order of that election. The National Assembly believes it reserves the power to do so because in tandem with the process of the Electoral Act itself, which is the creation of the government. So I think that is the foundation of the issue between INEC and the National Assembly with regard to the implementation of the NAC.
Now, Bolaji Adeniji, the past chairman of INEC, Professor Taru Jega, has actually bared his mind as regards this, saying that the Constitution empowers INEC to have a free and independent hand in organizing the elections. Now, the point is the timetable, issuing a timetable and sequence of elections is all part of organizing an election. They are the ones who actually dictate the dates, how the election will be run, how many ballot papers will be printed, the number of machines that are going to be used, and other logistics. What do you have to say about Professor Dega's statement vis-a-vis what you have said about the functions and the powers of the National Assembly to actually override that of the INEC?
Well, that's actually going constitutional. And I think let me first quickly state that the whole conversation around this order of election is more political and even constitutional, even right from history. Now, I think Jega only playing to his own personal bias, having just stepped out of the saddle in at the end of 2015 election. So he would normally want to pander to the, in quote, independence of to carry out and run through the whole process of election, starting from determining dates of election, orders of election, conduct, accounting, and the announcement of vote. And so he will actually prefer or support the current INEC effort and their decision with regards to that. But beyond what Jega, which after all is his own personal opinion, there's no constitutional power or there's no basis which is making that statement in any official capacity rather than having been former chairman of INEC. So like I said earlier, it political. And if you look from history, this is not the first time that we are having issue with orders of election. You begin to hear and you begin to experience all these issues when we are approaching election year. And politicians who are the drivers of the process begin to promote it, to begin to plan and strategize on what is going to be in their strategic best interest with electoral in view. And this issue of not trying to order elections is one major factor in determining electoral prosperity for political parties and for even candidates. In 1979, we had the National Assembly, the State House Assembly, the governorship, and the presidential elections in that order. The next electoral cycle, they changed it to have presidential election first, despite the handshake between Awolowo and Azikiwe. But because the Shagari party had sensed that's why they quickly organized the presidential election first, so that there can be a bandwagon effect. Fast forward now, how many years down the line to 2015 election, we quickly recognized that because the mantra of change had pervaded the policy, had pervaded the system, and President Buhari was coming in with that aura of anti-corruption, crusader, a man that was free of all things, and then he had that perceived credibility to put upon his party, and just the presidential election was held, and the bandwagon was there for everybody to follow.
All right.
Under the current circumstance, what the National Assembly decided to do in full wisdom is more political than constitutional. And the truth is, the powers that the National Assembly, be it in the House of Representatives or the Senate, are powers that the perception of the APC under the currently is not. And the three issues around the economy, security, and corruption has weighed down considerably the image of the APC, with President Buhari bearing the cost of all of that. And if you go into an election in 2019 and you allow governors to come in, you allow National Assembly people to come in, then you jeopardize the chances of, or probably you have the election to come first, you will have jeopardized the chances of governors emerging, or senators emerging, because of
Bolaji Adeniji.
So therefore, they feel that if they can quickly have a presidential election, it will help out.
Bolaji,
And bring everybody in line.
Hello, Bolaji. Now, here is it. Is it truly about the system? Is it truly about the order in which we conduct the election, or about the people, how educated the people are, the electorate are, when it comes to politics?
I think there's what I call voter irrationality or illiteracy. I don't think our democracy has gotten to the extent that the average voter is rational and conscientious enough to get to the ballot box and vote based on his conscience and vote for merit and vote competent. There are still a lot of other factors that drive electoral decision by the electorate. A lot of people are ill-informed. They don't even know their students of people. But they are usually driven by the spur of the moment of the campaigns, how the man is able to distribute that. And therefore, we cannot trust the electorate to go to the polls and do what is justice. And therefore, the political class understands this. That is why we have all manipulation.
So don't you think...
It's not about the electorate really now. It's about the politicians put themselves in a vantage position. And they know that the electorate will just go into the dilemma and the stability we have in the political moment.
All right, if that be the case, instead of having to work on the order of election, why didn't we work on the electorate being, well informed to know what to do and how to go about this election and how to choose, their preferred candidate?
I think we are already getting to that stage. In every democracy we evolve. Between 1999 and now, we have evolved. And I think we got to 2015. And what I mean by that is this. For 2015, the major campaign PDP has killed. And therefore, they are doing something different. Then that to help Nigeria and change Nigeria better. 3 years down the line, going to the end of the first quarter, Nigerians are really disappointed. I won't go to the details of that. And so Nigerians are now awakening to the fact that at the age is not be. Because it's all about a full system and a clear in it. And so Nigerians are now being questioned and look, let us move the political fight. Move the broken political fight. We need to talk about the people that who seek public because of their character, their competence, and their according to define the 2019 election. It's not going to be about the party because the parties are a broken down system. I'm a politician, I belong to a political party. Sometimes the political party, the policy is focused. And it feels Nigeria so easy. Thinking. We need to come into place now. So rescue Nigeria from the backfire. And so this now must be conscious enough and assume themselves to have a due gratification. And in having better for years, having instant gratification from politicians and it's for 4 years for 1,000 staff as well.
Okay, but Bolaji.
That water education, that water consciousness, and that water reform is meant for people that is not copy of that kind of religion that has years of to rescue the current political system from the society that now in place to place more emphasis on voter taking right personal choices. That's why I just follow the fighting.
Okay, Bolaji. Yeah, the line is breaking. Maybe you can just move a bit, change your position a bit before we go on. Can you do that for us? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. Yes, we can hear you clearly now. Now, let us look at the point you made earlier. You said that this is about political actors, the political players who are involved in the game, pursuing their own interest, trying to protect themselves from either losing their positions because of the perception of Nigerians as regards the party and the president. Now, would you now say that this particular amendment was done in good faith? Would you say that this amendment by the National Assembly, by the lawmakers, was done in good faith? If it is just about protecting themselves so that they don't lose re-election in 2019. No,
all right,
we'll call back. Don't worry, we'll call back. Oh yeah, right. Hello, Bolaji.
Yes.
Yes, you're back.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yes. Now, did you get a question before the lines went?
Yeah, I got a question.
Yes.
It was about if the current intent of the president is in good faith or otherwise.
Yeah, was it done in good faith? Yes.
It's two ways. The good faith is both objective and being subjective. And what I mean by that is this. Personally, and in the larger interest of Nigeria, I will say it is in good faith. And the thing is this. We must move away from a system whereby one determines the fate of 10 or many. We must move away from a system whereby when you manipulate one, you rough up on the other. We have a presidential election that takes place today, have a president elect almost immediately, and immediately that president elect cared. All the structures of state are immediately driven to begin to work for him and work for his party. All the institutions of state begin to kowtow to him. So, and that rubs up on the governorship election that comes up next, state assembly election that comes up next. His party suddenly takes over the whole place, and that's what we call the bandwagon effect. We need to stop it.
Now, looking at
let people be elected. Look, if you have a state assembly example, contact the current system. I will tell you that you are going to have a lot of political parties winning elections. And that is the location. You are having to win somewhere around the state. The PDP may take national state assembly elections in some other locations after we win. Then it's about the person behind the party. It's about the candidate then, not about the party and the bandwagon. The moment you have the presidential election for everything shuts down and controls for the new president. Everybody wants favor because there's a new man on the block. He's going to run the affairs of the country for the next year. He's not the power. So I think it is that consciousness and in trying to make our democracy better, more liberal, that the National Assembly is now trying to encourage that order. That look, let us have all elections from the lowest to the highest.
Bolaji.
So there's more chances for political parties who are not yet as big as the PDP make good showing with credible people. They are very credible Nigerians that cannot happen in the PDP and the SPC.
Bolaji.
They may want to use some other party. If they have the chance to test themselves, they will be victorious and it will be in the best interest of Nigeria. So I think it's good for Nigerians to like it.
Now let's look at
aspect of it is that it is both it's again political.
All right, let's look at Bolaji.
Ruling party who believe that they stand a greater risk if they allow President Muhammadu Buhari to run election for.
Bolaji, let's look at the political terrain and let's go back to history. You talked a bit about history just now. All right, going down the memory lane or the history path and then bringing it back to our political terrain. Do you really think this is going to change anything? Do you think it's going to change anything?
It will change. It will most likely change. I'm not a prophet, but it will most likely change because I explained earlier that the current political system is quite broken. The political parties have largely failed Nigerians. The SPC came with a lot of promise, but it has also gone to the face of the PDP as it were, to look at it. And so, it's no longer about the political parties, but about the personalities who want to come and speak for public office. There are persons now, not the party. And if it's going to be about the president, you must also allow the to disenfranchise the credible Nigerians who desire to take office but don't have the power, don't have the influence, don't have the money to run on the major platform. And so I think this is one of the things that the proposed reform, the proposed order of election will address. So I think it is in the interest of Nigerians, it's in the interest of our democracy that we allow this to probably pass so that Nigerians can have the benefit of good governance. The current political parties do not have the capacity, unless, of course, they are. And one of the ways they can be reformed is to allow this kind of reform to go on in the election order, so that we don't have all powerful president-elect looming like on the other elections and just makes us to have a fait accompli. Nigerians do not deserve that anymore. And if Nigerians want to be honest with themselves, they should support this particular amendment. And I'm speaking personally now.
Okay.
I'm not as a politician, but I want this amendment to pass in the interest of Nigerians that many people can come in.
Now,
The professor
all
wants
right.
to be a local state assembly, a state legislator who is credible and has integrity. He can contest on the platform after, even in Ogun State, and he will win his locality because people love him. But if we allow the presidential election to come in, he loses out and the people lose out.
All right, what then would you have to say? How do you react to President Muhammadu Buhari not giving his assent to that?
I think it's expected that he would naturally, at first instance, withhold his assent. on such an achievement because, as it were, it's politically incorrect for him to do so. He had most immediately I would have been cried, and that he will share his accent is actually following the protocol. I think his advisors would have told him, look, the issue right now is that we are getting into the heat of politics. There are a lot of Nigerians, members of this political party, the boy political party, feel that he has not done too well, and that the preponderance of opinion is now a thing as a person. And if he allows governors to demand, if he allows National Assembly members to demand before he is voted for, then he will be at the mercy of people who may not even like him, at the mercy of people who have cause to grind with him, and he may be at the mercy of people who need to do some other political negotiation outside of his own interest. And so, politically speaking, as a politician, it is not in his own strategic best interest. But if he allows to go ahead, then his political party members, I think, they are up to work on him to win, and then other elections can come in. So it's a political decision, purely political decision, not to give access to that bill, because he will see it as shooting himself in the foot. And that's also a realization of the fact that he has also not done well. If you, as it is, you have done well in your good conscience, and the people that say you have done well, you will not be afraid at whatever time your election is coming in. You are just so sure that whenever you get to the school, people will vote for you, whether it is the first election, the second, because of course, people will start. The people will patiently wait to give you back your vote, their vote, for their vote. But if you have not done well, you will be looking at how to manipulate the system to office. So I think the issue, the crux of the matter right now is about to let the system bring back the status quo, irrespective of their performance, not. And that's the story of this new decision. That's the story of this proposed amendment.
Now let us
Hello.
let us look at this situation in the context of the Ogun 2019 election. You know that is gathering momentum as we speak. Then in a matter of months, it's going to be a very, very tough one, a tough battle ahead. Now, will this sequence of elections as released by INEC or as amended and altered by National Assembly have any kind of ripple effect in Ogun State come 2019?
The amendment, if it sails through or otherwise, will have ripple effects.
In what sense? Yes.
Hello?
Yes, in what sense? Tell us.
It will have a ripple effect. And what will happen is this. If we have a staggered election that gives to the lesser elections, like the state assembly election, governorship, national assembly, for the presidential, then all the permutations, all the instruments of coercion, all the instruments of state that most incumbent governors use to win local elections are no longer being exclusive to self, because you don't have a chief president doing large over them. And for example, today, the ruling party APC, or whatever it was, believes it as president or people in terms of infrastructure, majorly on public works, roads and bridges and all of that. You also have a lot of people who feel the government has not done too well in terms of social services and in terms of human capital education. And under this cloud of uncertainty and animosity, pro and against, you are not going to have unanimity electoral choices by the state people. And therefore, there are a lot of people that are again calling for change. So, if you allow the governor's party, the APC, to have a presidential election. And we have a governor who has a very close relationship with the president. And so what happens is that you have a Buhari who wins an election, and therefore the whole instrument of state is now used to give victory to the executive, which is not in our democracy. And so, one of the things that this new amendment may do, even for our elections in the is that we begin to have the possibility of having new entrants in the election. There are so many people coming in now. That people don't have the ability to come out. But because they are doing the community that people contest on another platform, and when they let other independent of the big political party, that's why we are having a coming now. And it didn't do much.
Of their personality. All right. All right, thank you very much, Bolaji Adeniji, social and public commentator, and of course, a politician, a member of the People's Democratic Party, PDP. Thank you so much for your time this morning. All right, have a wonderful day. All right, we have to go on a break now. Let's take these commercials, and then that will translate to the national news at 10. After the news, we'll come back and continue with the discussion. Daybreak Show this beautiful Wednesday morning, and we're looking at the reordering of the sequence of elections by the National Assembly. It has generated a lot of furore. Some people believe that this is the way to go because it will strengthen our democratic system. It will strengthen our democracy, and of course, it will make genuine leadership emerge at all levels of government. We spoke earlier with Bolaji Adeniji is social and public commentator and of course a member of the People's Democratic Party, who is of the opinion that this will all go well for the country, for our democratic system, if we can allow it to stand, other than the president trying to veto that amendment bill by the National Assembly. Well, he also believes that this will create a healthy rivalry and of course competition which could drive development and good governance at all levels. If different parties emerge and gain positions in both the state and federal legislatures. Well, what is your own take? Let us know. If you can call in, please do so. The numbers to call remain 0809-868-7344 and 0909-146-967. 32120 remains the shortcode number. All you have to do is to type rock, leave a space, type your message, include your name, and send to 32120. You can also reach us on our social media platforms at Rock City FM is the Twitter handle, and Rock City FM 101.9 is our fan page on Facebook.
Good morning, Rock City.
Good morning.
This is Ade from Abeokuta. I am fine with the person you spoke to on the issue. I don't know why there is a voice for the reordering. No one, both arms, they didn't have any skeleton in that company. What is the noise about? For me, I supported the reordering because the negative effect, the old whatever is different issue. As soon as the president, emerge, affects other elections, especially against the opposition. So everybody now they want to be a party that won the presidency. So they be so. If any of them show of themselves, let the election of anyone be at whatever. Oh, it's not about. So I pray if the legislators have that majority, They should restore it. It's long overdue. The former agreement report has a negative effect on other elections. That's my view.
All right, thank you. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Tobi.
Good.
I want to say the get minimum we know too well that it is INEC that has the power of the election. And so that the river professor Jega has shown his place behind it. No matter the interpretation that they put in Jega's support, what is stands clear is a good authority on this matter. He is doing and not well with logic. So far, the INEC has not spoken whether in favor of National Assembly or against. Only what is at issue is who has the constitutional mandate to order or reorder election. And so here, constitutional matter is at stake, and what I align somewhat that is the reason why the president has well to assent to the amendment, so as not to serve as precedent for future constitutional breaches. The president even alluded to this and offered this explanation. I'm saying this because matters have to be weighed on their own merit and not given to any ulterior feelings, emotions, prejudices, and parties. Let us know the side which INEC means. After all, they are the ones saddled with the conduct of the election and whatever actions fall on them. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning, Aghemerio. Good morning, Tobi. My name is Dr. Nko from State.
Okay.
Well, I will start by saying that that PDP man who phoned him, the guest speaker, he committed a lot of fallacies. At least I could count 10. At the point in time, I didn't want to count it again. He was contradicting himself. I wish he was in the studio, then I would have written the issue. But he contradicted himself so much. If we want to, those so-called no advantage, let's conduct all the elections one day. Let's conduct it then. All this, he will favor A, he will favor B, they will bandwagon effect, they will bandwagon this thing, effect, negative effect, and all that. Let us conduct it in one day then. Let's see. What are all these things? We will not neutralize it. Why are they afraid of doing that? All those things we are talking of, we will not vote for the right candidate. We are not voting for candidates, we are voting for parties. I hope you know that until we change that phenomenon. We are voting for parties. If you put a vote to represent an APC in a particular APC stronghold, that vote will win. Doesn't matter whether the vote has sense or has tail in the end. That is the issue we have. Why don't we stop that one? Let us have independent candidates. Let us conduct all our elections once. So that all this will stop. We are just being politically, we are trying to find something where there is nothing. PDP did the same thing and lost. The same event. They conducted a bigger permutation and lost the election. What prevents another party from losing? So you don't do what you are. If we are good, we are good. And people should desist from saying Nigerians are disappointed. I'm not disappointed in this government. We should be very careful. Those backward statements, Nigerians are, where did they conduct the polls? I'm not disappointed in this government. So don't call me. I'm a Nigerian too. Nigerians are. They don't Nigerians are talk of their town. That is it. We should stop it so that we don't confuse the populace. Some Nigerians are happy with this government. Some are not happy. Very normal. Simple. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Hello? Hello? Hello, good morning. All right, fine, thank you. Good morning.
My name is Alu Sama, NSF from Agbadu. You see, negativities bring backwardness, while positivities bring forwardness. They are in the heart of negativity, contributed to all this kind of nonsense. I see no reason why we should make a clean and clear election. But due to inability of our leaders to perform, they have to use one trick or the other in order to impose themselves against the interest of masses. And the American first make it difficult for them to perform. because if they can put Nigeria first, at least they will not find themselves.
Hello. Okay, the call eventually dropped. Hello, we got your drift. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Tobi and my sister there. Good morning once again.
Good morning.
Good
This
morning.
is Bola Adeniji. I think the president has every right to withdraw the assent of the bill. And the National Assembly too has its own right. In a stalemate like this, what I would suggest is a referendum. Let us go to the public. Let us hear them. Rather than continue to battle the presidency and then the National Assembly. Let us go for that. I think that is better. Yeah, thank you. Good morning.
All right, thank you. Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
That is Tobi and Aghemerio.
Aghemerio.
Aghemerio, nice. My name is Honorable Bolaji Adeniji. I'm calling from the People's Parliament.
Right.
I personally believe that the Senate has the power to, but I don't want them to, want to legalize illegality. I would have expected them to go, through the normal process of wanting to change the constitution, amending it, and making sure that, we have the reordering. He said we don't want the bandwagon effect of the Mr. President election coming up for. You can see what normally is people that cannot even win a constituency top level of the world in their whatever will be given an opportunity to be in government. It's not. Let us have people that we think have had the grassroots opportunities that have done very well for their people in their grassroots to really be there. Let's discuss more about this some other time. God bless you over there. God bless Nigeria. Thanks for having me, Honorable Adeniji.
God bless you too. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good
Yes,
morning.
good morning.
Good morning. Adeyemi is my name for Mr. Laki Abeokuta.
Thank you.
If you when you want to go to a war, you know you're going to fail, then you don't even bother going to a war. If not anything, these current legislators, they have done a very good job by trying to reduce the effect of bandwagon. Let the presidential election come last so that we can have a very good government. That is it. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello, Aghemerio.
Good morning.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Taiwan. You're from South Corner area in yourself. First of all, let me ask National Assembly men. Are they sure that there is going to be bandwagon effect? Are they sure? Are they sure that there's going to be bandwagon effect? So, they are wrong. They are interfering with the independence of INEC. They should not do that. The president is right to refuse to sign that bill. And then a competent court of jurisdiction ordered National Assembly to stop meddling in their affairs of INEC, to stop that reordering. So, they should put that something. Let common sense prevail. Thank you. God bless Nigeria.
God bless you too. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, my sister. Tobi, good morning. I'm Cloudy Olumide from Abuja. Good morning.
Thank you.
Reordering of election timetable. I think I've been saying it. There's nothing that the legislators know about what we call it now, reordering, or probably being a regulator for that matter in this kind of context. Because in the first instance, let's look at INEC. INEC is the constitutional body, and they're supposed to have their freedom from the freedom that is being probably judged by legislators. If we believe or trust in INEC at all, let us look at them as if they are WAEC, or probably the examining body for the election that is coming up in 2019. So In my own, from my own point of view, the way I see it is that these people, they are just like that last scholar has just said, they don't know exactly why they were there for. Inside them, that they don't even know how to explain it to us. They just do any law. I mean, come up with any law at any point in time, even whether it is bad or not. But if we have lost confidence in INEC, INEC will not have come up with very formidable timetable like this. Whether they start with presidential election or whatever, people should be able to determine how to write their exam. We are preparing for that election come 2019, and I know we need not any row between the executive or the legislature. They should leave it alone for the to determine. I believe that when they now come back from the court, I know they are trying to go and see how they could be able to determine who settles or not. Then we can now see that they will have probably, none of them will have probably met the demand of the people, the masses, or the electorate. In my own summary now, what I would say is that let's leave them to what they are trying to do. But the people on this side, we will begin to order the people that we want to lead us. No one of them will probably give us who to follow any longer in this one. Our position is that we are jealously going to guide against good, election, what do you call it, ballot snatching, and all of the things that they normally use to always keep themselves with. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for your contribution.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Tobi.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my sister in the house. My name is Olude. You are calling from Bojolude here in Abeokuta. I have listened wholeheartedly to Mr. Bolaji Adeniji. He has spoken well. Mr. Tobi, whether presidential election comes first or last, we can't change the minds of people. See what happened in Oyo State. About 6,000 cards are yet to be collected by the National Electoral Commission here. People are not happy with the government in power. Workers are not paid for several months. Pensioners who are not paid gratuity for upwards 6 to 7 years. Do you think people will be happy with the infrastructure or not? Having millions of naira in the pocket of these senators. Masses are wallowing in abject poverty. Oh, Nigeria, God bless the city. That's my take this morning. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we have you. Good morning.
My sister, Tobi, I greet you. Good morning.
All right.
My name is Kazim Ontology. I'm calling from Abeokuta. Please, let me pick 2 or 3 things from the man you talked to and the Baba Papola CN. He said we should go into referendum. If we have to go, let me test. I will say they should rearrange it. The presidential election should come back for us to have a credible candidate in all aspects. Even when you are complaining about the act of the rep and the Senate, let us have that election first. Let me give you one analysis. Before this last election, when Amutu was contested under ACA, you can see the margin he used to win in after it. But when it was APC, that influence comes in, you can see the margin. You can see in between 11, but initially it was 19-1. So people are using that influence to vote at times. And let me just correct one impression. If somebody presents, if APC presents a goat in my area, my vote is going to stand. I will not be so stupid to vote for a vote. A goat cannot enter in my area. If my vote is going to be cast, if the vote is going to be cast, nobody will so fool because the APC presents goat and vote for him. So I'm telling you, let them go, let the presidential election come back. Let us see. You will see a credible candidate, a credible election, unless the election is not going to count. Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Hello.
Hello,
Hello.
good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Evangelist Petitioner from Iloti in Ijebu.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm not in support of what the National Assembly has done at all. The president has stated it clearly today that they are infringing on the rights of INEC. INEC as a body is an independent body and should be left alone to have control on 2019 elections. They have drawn their timetable. The timetable has been drawn up. What is the problem with the National Assembly that they are altering it, saying that they are amending that act? When they know fully well, according to what the president has done and what the president stated, that they are infringing on some sections of the Nigerian constitution. Why should our lawmakers behave this way? Is it because we Nigerians are resilient? Is it because we are sitting quiet, sitting down and looking at them? Are they forgetting that we are committed into our need to contest election 2019? Why can't they think of their safety? They are behaving like this. It's really uncalled for. They should leave what Buhari as the president has done. The man is credible, and that's why we voted President Buhari in. And the man is really doing well. The national assembly is clear of any absolute that. That's my morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. Yes,
Hello.
good morning. Good.
Good morning.
All right.
Now, Nigerians are full of it. The America has been given a job. They are given a responsibility. Let them carry out that responsibility. I don't know why the national is just trying to circumvent what the INEC is supposed to have done. Moreover, I urge the government, the man is here. So, the second is in the name of God, let him pay all these pensioners who are retired, especially primary school teachers. Some of them are dying now, and some of them I have about 2 or 3 among them. Please, let them have their own share of what they have labored for. Please, I beg this government in the name of God. Thank you very much. God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, yeah. This is Ade from Laughingwell. Oh,
Hello, we can hear
hello?
you. Yes, we can hear you.
Yeah, maybe the first question we need to ask ourselves is, did INEC create itself? If the answer is no, it was created by the House of Assembly, and they must be under supervision of the House of Assembly. INEC can only conduct election based on the statutes given to each by the House of Assembly. So if House of Assembly deems it fit to check or to correct one or two things in the act, I think they have the right to do that. Please, let us just we're just flogging a dead issue. The House of Assembly created INEC. Yes, they have to be independent. They are not tampering with the way they are going to conduct the election. They are only made to conduct election. Not that they cannot create their own rule by themselves. They have to follow the constitution, and the House of Assembly has the only responsibility to make laws and amend and re-amend and everything. So the House of Assembly, they are in order. Let us have the election as they want it, and there will be peace in the land. Good morning. Thank you.
Thank you so
All
much.
right, thank you. Let's start with the tweet first, and then Aghemerio will take us through the short code messages. This one is from Kunle Gab. At Kunle Gab, I don't know why the president has refused to give his assent when some of the National Assembly members have agreed that the second amendments are from his very party. Is the House divided? The executive is afraid of their own shadows. If they have done well, they will not be guttering. This amendment is the best from this present National Assembly. All right, so colleague Gab once again. The executive is afraid. Okay, I think you tweeted that twice. Thank you. Akrede Camille, I've been saying it that one of the reasons why Nigeria is backward as a nation today is because we play politics with virtually everything. Majority of us are unpatriotic. We only support an ideal when it favors our political interest and kick against it when it does not. Oluwaseun says, should we say Nigeria is destined to fail? Because if we really have populist leaders, there shouldn't have been argument on election reordering. Idowola Milekon says, I don't think this amendment will have any changes in the electoral process in 2019 because we all witnessed what is happening now. No matter how they do it, we all have our PVCs when Nigerians have made up our minds. And therefore, Adesawo says, democracy is about popular candidature. The best may emerge if no one writes at the other's back. I stand with the National Assembly. Abiodun Goodness, Olalekon says, we need God-fearing leaders in all available positions. Akrede Camille, once again, in this new election sequence order, I think what we should focus on is whether this idea is for the interest of Nigeria or Nigerians. Putting this first will stop us from having institutional dysfunctionality. Lawmakers have the power to change election sequence order. Akorede Camille says, I am yet to understand why National Assembly, who enacted the law creating INEC, can also amend the same law to regulate the activities of the INEC. Ayobami tweeted this, National Assembly should stop interfering on how the elections have been scheduled. Let the masses determine who will represent them. It's a pity that people don't know the constitutionality of this amendment by the National Assembly. I love the reordering. It will help our voting pattern. God bless Foxy FM. That's a Tony Gab once again. The only argument I align myself with is that the one that advises the lawmakers to amend the constitution in order to give them the edge before amending that of the INEC. If this reordering is allowed, it is going to benefit we Nigerians. Yemi Da Vinci, how have the mighty fallen? It is a fact that this reordering issue is being driven by fear. Both the legislative and executive arms of this administration know that they have failed. That's why they are resorting to this gerrymandering. I do not believe that this reordering is out of good faith, though it is desirable. There are the Petroleum Industry Governance Bills, Land Use Act Amendment Bills, removing railway from exclusive list, and other more germane bills than this one that is just for them. On one hand is the idea that INEC must not only be independent but also be seen as being independent. Thus, this bill will be a bad one, but it would be naive to think that order of elections does not affect outcomes in Nigeria. I agree with Mr. Bolaji Adeniji that we have naive voters in majority presently in Nigeria. This is why I don't support universal adult suffrage in developing countries. Idowola Mlekon says, why can't our leaders ask all the citizens before they could do or propose a law? What they are trying to do is for their own interest. They should not dictate to INEC.
All right, we move to short code box, and here we have this from Honorable Mankot Yusuf from Funab Abeokuta. Good morning to you all in the studio. Irregular activities mar the administration of the present National Assembly. I think the senators should follow the process for once by leaving INEC to be absolutely independent. The presidential power can veto the decision of the election timetable, which President Muhammadu Buhari deemed. I see no reason why this should be coming from the Assembly. Not all senators agreed with the relevant actions of their cabal. What actions did the media and political parties want to take on time to avert democratic quagmire? All right, Honorable Mankot Yusuf from Funab Abeokuta sent that message. We got this message too from David from Abeokuta. Why are they separating the National Assembly election from that of the presidents? If they want any amendment, they should put National Assembly and that of President last, not that the National Assembly election first. If they're sure the right thing is being done. Oburu P from Iliwero sent this in. Is INEC truly independent? If so, our legislature should, or our legislators should stay clear or steer clear. It seems National Assembly has nothing to offer. Dr. Okam's view for all elections done same day solve this, but later contradicted self by saying presidential election first needs not affect others, by saying people voted for party, not individual. If APC present, okay, all right, present a guilt with or without ears, will win. Party that won president always have advantage over other parties in all the elections. 2015, that done same way, and Jonathan still lost is different. People had made up their minds for a change. Adi from Abuja sent that in. All right, I will not subscribe to Thai assertion that our legislators are not knowledgeable in the art of legislation. It's like insulting them. Of course, it's their constitutional right to veto the president anytime the interest of Nigerians is at stake. Fola Akinyemi sent that in. Okay, and we have this message too. This one came from Ikechukwu Olisa. I have said 8 times without number that our country, okay, our country is not a confused nation. Okay, maybe you didn't just use the appropriate word there. Yet to know the right way to follow, but let me commend the legislature for once for defeating or defending our democracy. All right, those are the messages we have here. Okay, we got this one again from Ikichuku Lisa. The message is now clear that President Muhammadu Buhari is going to seek re-election. So those who are waiting for him to speak are just wasting their time, because his refusal to sign the bill tells me a lot. All right, those are the messages we have here.
All right, so we just go back to the calls 0809 and of course you can still send your messages via the short code 32120. The next second line is also available 0909 On our Facebook page, Abeshi Yobami says, to me, it's nothing for the legislative arm to be disturbed based on the way INEC had scheduled the elections. This is a democratic system. Let the citizens decide, no matter what, or the way the elections must have been scheduled. Thank you.
Hello.
Morning.
Yes, good morning.
I meet you, Jerry. God bless you.
God bless you too. Thank you.
I am Jim Oaikhenan from the ATM of Ogun State.
All right.
And everywhere is calm and cool here.
All right, we're happy to hear that.
If anybody wants to change any law, let them do it according to the Constitution. If they have not, if they have truly not flouted the provision of the Constitution, so be it. And if they have not done, I mean, whatever they will have done is totally null and void to the extent of that inconsistency. Whether they put any of the election before or after, Nigerians know who they want. And I want you to correct our people. If you want to be using the word people, people is it's a collective now. If anybody is saying the people are not happy with PNB, certainly not Jim Oaikhenan. Jim Oaikhenan is very okay with PNB. In fact, it is my dear PNB. He is doing excellently well. Now, on the election day, whenever they try to put it, I know who to vote for. And I'm going to vote for that person if I'm here and happy. So let us be up and doing, and let us know who we are going to vote for. Let us be involved in this thing. Let us be in Nigeria. God bless all of us. Good morning.
Good morning. God bless you too. Hello. Yes, sir. Good morning.
My name is God.
All right.
Next, no, the Senate members, they are there to create law that will favor themselves, not to favor ordinary people in Nigeria. Why are they not talking of worker salary? 8 months, 10 months work and no salary for them. And they are getting that not revenue. Why are they not talking of worker salary?
All right. Hello. Okay. Obviously, that was not about. It's not related to what we're talking about today. But your message is golden still. We got this message from Ikechukwu Lisa. The legislature has the power to amend or reorder. So why are they lamenting? As for me, I can now say that the change is here. All right, that message came from Ikechukwu Lisa. And we have another message here. This says predetermining attitude of voters through reordering of elections is subjective, presumptuous, panicky, perfidious, and insultive interference with the electoral system. Very dangerous for democracy. Customers send that in from People's Center, Abeokuta. Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Tobi.
Good morning.
Good morning, Aghemerio.
Good morning.
I am Wahid. I'm calling from Abeokuta. Yes, I will never be in support of what National Assembly has done as regard that election reordering. I will not accept that. I will not be in support of that because it is obvious, except you just want to be mischievous. It is obvious that they are just being political. It's just as simple as that. And they thought they would deal with the Mr. President. If he comes out to say he wants to run for presidential election again, because of what the man has done. The man came in on the platter of integrity, on the platter of, oh, I will fight corruption. But National Assembly is not pleased about that. And the Ghana must go is not being a change hands at the National Assembly. And that is why those people are not happy. The legislators, they are not happy. So they thought they can have their way by ordering the timetable of the election and see how that can affect Mr. President. They are not doing that for the benefit. That is what some of us don't know. They are not doing that in the interest of the masses. They are doing that in the interest of themselves. They know if they have their election, they know they will have won either by hook or crook, and they will be able to guard the presidential coup of any political party they want to support. And at the end of the day, that that president will now be their TG. That president will now be their subordinate, so that they can say whatever they want to that president and allow that to go. So I'm not in support of that, and they are doing that in their interest, not in the interest of the country. They should give it like that.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much.
Why? They are independent. Thank you. Good morning.
Thank you so
Thank you,
much.
Wahid Quadri. That's the last call we'll be able to accommodate. We just wrapping up with these two tweets from Yemi Da Vinci. If President Buhari is not afraid of standing alone, let his election come last and alone, and then we'll see. Because of his perceived non-tolerance to issues affecting the masses and tribalism, many will vote his party for other posts, but not him. The Electoral Act is subordinate to the Constitution, where the National Assembly derived its power from. The Assembly has the power to amend the Electoral Act at any time, even if veto is required. Thank you for the robust discussion, so I appreciate every one of you. Tomorrow is another day on the Daybreak Show. Join us very early at 7 a.m. for newspaper headlines. I am Tobi Joseph. Have a wonderful day.
I am Aghemerio Oaikhenan.